everyone. So just taking your bolster and we're going to place it on the mat and sit in front of it. Place the soles of the feet together and then just lie back onto the mat. Take a nice deep breath in and just let your hands come beside you. Just feel your chest rising and falling. And you can let your arms come out to the side. And just use this pose to really connect in for your breath. Let yourself soften. And just open through the upper body. Feel that flow of breath coming in and out. And do a little scan of how your body feels tonight. And just gently take your arms above your head. Just allowing a slightly deeper back bend in this pose. And then gently bring the hands back down. Bring the knees to the center and roll off to the side. Move your bolster out to the side and just draw the knees in to the chest. Take a nice deep breath in and just gently rock from side to side. Extend your left leg now along the mat and take your left hand to the top of the right knee. Gently draw it across the body until you're in a twist that's comfortable. Now, if you have a bolster, you can pop it underneath your knee and let your right shoulder fall back towards the mat so that you're in a twist. Let your eyes close and just take some deep breaths here. Feeling your whole body surrender into the twist. You can keep your left hand rested on your knee, or you can let it come down beside you. Up to you, whichever feels most beneficial for you. Feel your breath coming in and out. Notice the sensations that may be flowing through your body. The twisting sensation, maybe a stretching in the lower back, in the glutes, in the legs, in the upper back, maybe in the neck. Just embracing the twist, allowing your whole body to soften. Shanti, Shanti. Feel the breath as it flows, allowing yourself to breathe into any areas of tension. Shanti, Shanti. Softening and releasing. Gently release the knee and just extend both legs out onto the mat. Take a moment allowing the pelvis to just soften onto the floor. You can, if it feels more appropriate for you, draw the knees into the chest. And just taking little circles if you prefer movement. Okay? And then gently extend the legs out and just draw the left knee in. You're going to come to the twist now on this side. Take the right hand. And you might want to, if you used your bolster on the other side, you'll use it again on this side. You're just placing it there. And then gently bring the knee across the body towards the bolster or the floor. And then let your left shoulder roll back and out towards the mat. Turn your head away from your knees and come into this twist here on this side. And just feel your breath settle again. Releasing into the twist. Softening the edges. Of your body. Just letting your body completely let go wherever it may be in its twist. Notice in comparison to the other side, if your sensations of stretch feel the same or different to the other side. Feeling that flow of breath now. Using your breath to slow your pace. Allow your breath to be your focus. Gently drawing the knee back to the center and extending both legs out along the mat. Taking a moment to just lay here with both legs flat. You can stay here for the whole rebound, or if you prefer, you can draw the knees in and gently circle the knees. whichever feels the most appropriate for your body. And then gently roll off to the side, coming up to a seated position on the floor. So for our next pose, we're moving into shoelace. So take your right leg underneath your left, holding here. Now, if for any reason shoelace is not an option for you, you can put a bolster underneath you, or if one of the knees is sore, you can pop your leg out straight. If that's still too much, you're welcome to put a block or a book underneath the hip. Probably your left hip will be the one. So as we come into the shoelace, we're going to take our left hand around the back and then tilt your right ear to the right shoulder. And you're going to get a little stretch in the neck here. So just take deep breaths here. Just softening into this pose as we stretch the shoulder and the neck just here to feel a bit of a sensation of stretching. Just take deep breaths. And then just gently release that left arm. Bring the head to the center and just gently fold forward into the forward fold, which is shoelace. Take some deep breaths in, releasing your jaw, softening your head and neck. Deep breaths here. Soften your hands, soften your arms. You may even turn your palms upwards, really opening to the sky. Really softening through that head and neck. Gently coming up. And then releasing the legs out. Moving the feet from side to side. You might even come into windshield wipers, just letting the knees come from side to side. Or you might keep them still and just lift the chest. It's a bit of a counterbalance to that forward fold. And then coming to the other side now, you're going to take the left leg underneath and the right leg on top. Again, if you have any problems with the top knee, you can always put a block underneath here or extend out the bottom leg. You can put a bolster underneath your hips if you need. And then from here, take your right hand, place it behind your back and tilt your head, the left ear towards the left shoulder to get the stretch in the neck. Let's take a few breaths, softening into the neck stretch. Noticing that edge, that tension that may be present or may not be present. Most people have a little bit of tension in the neck and shoulders just from everyday life. So just feeling your breath, noticing the flow of breath and the sensations that may be coming. And gently release your right hand. Bring the head back to the center and start to roll down from your head, bringing the chin to the chest, rolling down, roll down, rolling down into the forward fold, releasing the hands, coming all the way down. Nice deep breath. Let your palms soften, your wrists, your arms. Completely letting go, dropping the head and neck. Noticing the difference on the left and right side of the body. Maybe easier or harder on this side. And just allow yourself to notice these subtle differences or similarities that occur in either side of the body without judgment. Really softening and noticing if your edge of your first stretch gets deeper as the time goes on. Gently coming up, releasing the legs out, You may just rub the knees, you might move the feet from side to side. You may come into windshield wipers and lift the chest, or even maybe tabletop, lifting up, taking deep breaths here. And then releasing back down. We use our bolsters again, placing it on the mat, so it's across the mat. And we're going to place the soles of the feet, and you want your bolster to be kind of at your shoulder blades. For the ladies, kind of where your bra strap is, and for any gents, you'll probably be able to feel the bottom of your shoulder blade. And you want to lie back over your bolster or your rolled mat and let your arms come out to the side so that the bolster, you can sort of feel it just underneath your armpits here, okay? You're opening through the chest and letting the head come down towards the mat. Now, if it's too much opening for you through the throat, you can grab a block or a cushion to rest underneath your head. So just take some deep breaths in here. Closing your eyes and feel the breath moving into the chest as we lie here. Just feel that opening through the rib cage, opening through the front of the throat. That opening through the front of the throat helps to stimulate your thyroid. It's good for your metabolism. Just feel your breath. Let your arms soften. And if you want to now, you can extend your legs out. That can sometimes deepen the back bend. So if it's too much for you, just keep your legs in reclined butterfly. But if you prefer to extend the legs, you can. But just feeling that the legs can soften and surrender onto the mat. Keep breathing down into the abdomen, softening the shoulders, softening the head and the neck. Gently, if your legs are extended, bring the feet back in. And I like to roll off to the side and then gently lift myself back up. Now for the next pose, we're going to be coming into deer pose. So bring that left leg back into half saddle and the right leg comes towards the left knee. So you have a triangle shape in between. Now, if you have any problems with your knees, you're welcome to pop a block underneath one of them. Or if half saddle is too much, you can just have the leg extended out if that is too much for you. So just play it by ear and just see how it feels. And then from here, just start to roll through the head and neck, coming all the way down into that forward fold that is deer. And you might find you come straight down in front. You might rest on a bolster or on your hands. Or you might find you come a little bit over to the right or a little bit over to the left, depending on how that feels in your body and the sensations that may be occurring. Once you find a place where you can stay, wherever that is for you, you can use your props to support you, or you can stay and let gravity do its magic. But find that first edge that you come to and then stay at that point. Feel your breath coming in and out and allow the time of this pose to let your body soften that little bit more with each breath. Feel your breath. Notice how long it takes you to inhale and exhale. You may even choose to count your breath, noticing the length without changing it, just as a focus. Letting go of any tension. Taking deep breaths. Gently coming up Out of deer. Releasing the legs out. Leaning back onto the hands, the fingers pointing forward, and just lifting the chest. And then we're going to come back straight into the other side. Bringing the right knee back into half saddle. And bringing the left one into half butterfly. Again, if you need, you can take that leg out. Or you can put something underneath this knee as well. So just seeing how you go. And this time, just move the upper body to the left in a twist. And then twist to the other side. Not deep twisting, just gentle movements from side to side. And then just gently start to fold forward into the forward fold. Whether that again is a little bit off to the left or more in the center or maybe over to the right for you. And it may feel different than the other side, and that's okay. It's really normal to have one side which has a little bit more tension than the other side. So just taking nice deep breaths, folding forward till you find your edge, supporting yourself once you get to that point, either with a bolster or a block, or just hanging out and letting gravity do its magic. Feel your breath here. Notice the flow of breath and see if it's different to the other side. Whether the breath flows easier on this side, whether you feel more tension or you feel softer on this side. There's no right or wrong to the sensations that may be occurring in your body. More of an awareness of that stretch. Yin often makes you feel fragile as it pulls apart the fascia, going into that deeper stretch than we get in our yang, our vinyasa type practices. Gently starting to come up, releasing the legs out, coming to a rebound of your choice, maybe moving into windshield wipers. Maybe coming on to all fours now. And just gently moving the hips from side to side. And then taking your left leg forward to the outside of the left hand. And just rocking a little bit in the hips. Maybe back and forth, maybe side to side. Just feeling the stretch here in the hips. And then you can either stay on your hands, or if you prefer, you can come down to the forearms. You can always pop a bolster in there if you need to. And you might even let your knee fall out a little bit. So just feeling that stretch in the hip joint, in the leg, maybe even in the back of the leg here. Might even feel it on the shin or in the buttocks. Just staying here in dragon. Softening down into this pose. Letting the hips open. And then just gently come back onto the hands. And I want you to tuck the toes of the back foot and just move your weight back till you've got a little bit of pressure on the toes here. And the front leg is straight. And then gently move the hips back. Coming back into dragon. Keep your right hand down and bring your left one to the top of your left thigh. Let that right hip come towards the floor and look back behind you. If you want to, you can come down to the forearm in this twist. Get a nice deep twist in the hips, but only if that feels appropriate for you. We're not going to hold it too long, but we are going to be in this little twisting dragon long enough to get into the juicier joints of the hip. That little bit of that deeper fascia here. A nice one. So just breathing into any of the sensations. Smiling if you can. Breathing into the pose. Looking back over that shoulder. Gently coming back onto the hands. And just moving the hips back. And you might just come into a child's pose. If you prefer to come into a downward dog, you can. Take a moment or two here. And then we're going to come up again onto our hands and knees. Just gently move the hips from side to side again. Feeling through the body. Noticing if it's different. Now that we've done one side, and And then from here, stepping your right foot forward, coming into dragon on this side. Feeling the stretch in the hips here. You might feel it in the front of the leg. And if you want to, you can come down onto the forearms. That feels appropriate for you. You can rest on a bolster. You can stay up on your hands. Just taking nice deep breaths in here. Coming into dragon on this side. You might even soften a little bit into the leg, let the foot come off the ground slightly. You wing that knee out to the side a bit. And sometimes we can hold tension as we hold in dragon. Dragon's probably the most dynamic of the yin poses. Gently come back onto the hands and tuck the back toes, your back foot. Move the hips back till your front leg's straight. Just getting a nice toe stretch here in this pose. And then moving the hips forward, releasing the toes. You're coming into that twisting. So you can come down to the forearms, bring right hand to the hip. Turn around so that you can see me. Twisting down, letting that left hip come towards the floor. Twisting dragon, looking back over your shoulder. Trying to hold here. Feel the sensation. And gently coming back onto the hands. Moving the hips back, coming into child's pose or downward dog. Whichever one is your preference. And then from child's pose or downward dog, you're going to slide onto your belly. Have your forearms, your elbows underneath your shoulders, forearms touching the mat, spread the fingers, and have your legs hip width apart or mat width apart. And coming into Sphinx pose, taking a few breaths here, letting the lower back soften, releasing the buttocks, the legs. If you need to have more, you can always bend the knees if that feels better for you. You can even use your bolster and prop it underneath your forearms to lift you up a bit more if you're not getting enough stretch. So just taking deep breaths here. You can let your head hang down if you want to work into the upper back. Or you can just look forward and close your eyes. Just lifting the upper chest, getting that curvature in the spine, in the back. Feeling the breath flow down into the belly. Gently release the legs, release the head and neck down to the hands. Taking a nice deep breath in. You might just move the hips from side to side. And then moving onto your back, rolling onto your back. Placing your feet on the edges of the mat. Let your knees come down to the right. Let your arms come out to the side. And if you want to, you can come into a variation here by just placing the right foot on top of the left knee. So you can come to that variation, or you can just stay here. You can turn your head to the left to get a full body twist through the body. And just feel the twist happening from the top of the head all the way through the spine to the pelvis, down through the legs to the toes. Gently bring the knees back to the center. And we'll move straight over to the other side, taking them down to the left. And if you did the variation, bringing that left foot to the top of the right knee here. Just softening down into this pose, letting the hands release down beside you. Taking deep breaths. If your neck is okay, you can turn again away from the knees, closing the eyes. And again, scan down from the top of the head. Envision and feel the twist starting from the head, all the way through the spine, down to the pelvis, through the legs, all the way to the feet and the toes. Gently bring your knees to the center, and you can either just extend the legs out straight away into Shavasana, or you can draw the knees into the chest and just rock them gently from side to side. So just have a quick rebound and set yourself up for relaxation. I'm just going to turn the music off. So either coming now into your Shavasana, making sure you're nice and warm, that your body is supported. You may choose to pop a bolster underneath your knees. Let your hands come out beside you. And just feel the back of the body connect with the mat. Softening. Taking deep breaths here. Letting your body find stillness once again. The only movement should be the flow of your breath. In and out. In and out. Notice your breath. Notice your rhythm. Feel the flow as your body softens and releases into stillness. Feeling the fingers and the hands become heavy. The arms and the shoulders releasing onto the mat. The legs becoming heavy all the way down to the feet. The buttocks softening. pelvis. Feel the whole back of the body melt into your mat. Feel the front of the body also surrender into the stillness. Just feeling the only part that moves is the chest and the abdomen with the flow of your breath. Feel your whole body surrender and soften. The only sensation of flow is your breath. Take a deep breath in now. Hold it in your lungs. And then gently exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it in your body. And then gently sigh the breath out. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Letting movement come back into your body. Stretching through the arms, shoulders, back, and the feet. When you're ready, rolling to the side. Gently opening your eyes. And coming up to a seated position of your choice. Once you're comfortable, let your arms rest, lengthen your body. Take a few breaths here, just feel the spine, the seat bones. Just ground yourself. As we start to come back, we will ground ourselves now with a single Om. Bring the hands to the heart. Taking a nice deep breath in. May peace be with you. Namaste. Thank you very much.